Well, the introduction of the semifinals gave all countries the opportunity to take part in Eurovision, but a lot of good songs were left behind in the semis. So let's talk about them. Sup, you fools! Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Yes, today it is all about the semifinals. I'm sure as a Eurovision expert you know that since 2004 we have had the semifinal system. That was because of the high demand of countries wanting to take part in the contest, and there were just too many of them. So they brought in a semifinal system from 2004 to 2007, and then that was just a little bit too much, too many countries left behind, so they introduced the two semifinal system in 2008. And it is working well, I'm glad we're having it, but having a semifinal system also has its downside because a lot of good songs, granted it's subjective, but we all have lost some of our favorites over the years. So I thought I'll use this opportunity to share with you my personal favorites, the songs that I think should have qualified and did not, and as a matter of fact, it was very easy, or it was not very easy to come up with the list because there were so many, but here are the 20 songs I believe deserve better. My top 20 of semifinal non-qualifiers. In 20th place, Andorra 2009. It was such a cute little song, and in my opinion should have been Andorra's first qualifier ever. Maybe a cute little song like that, it just didn't translate well on that big stage that we had back in Moscow, but I loved it anyway. It still puts a smile on my face to this day. I miss you, Andorra, come back, but this was a great song. Mwah. In 19th place, it's Portugal 2014. Susie is a Eurovision star. Yes, she didn't qualify from the semis, but she still performs at Eurovision events all across the continent. The fans love her. Well, myself included. I'm still so mad at the juries for kicking out this song out of the top 10, and it just so deserved qualification, don't you think? But hey, at least Portugal had their moment of vindication in 2017 when they won the contest. But hey, I love this song. Mambo way, my way. In 18th place, Croatia 2010. My jaw dropped to the floor when Feminine didn't qualify. This was such a sure qualifier, wasn't it? Am I the only one? It was supposed to fly through. I still don't know what happened then. Neither the juries nor the televoters were going for it really, so it really just didn't work for some reason. It was such a classy song, granted, you could tell that they were very nervous that night, and they were maybe a little wooden, I think that's fair to say, but nevertheless, I thought it was a great song and deserved so much more. Boo! Number 17, Lithuania 2010. Get up and dance to all these things never being done. There was something about the song that I just really liked. Now, I did not expect qualification, so I was not shocked in the slightest, yet I was still a little disappointed, hoping for a miracle, I guess. It was just different, unique, and just something that I really appreciated. InCulto, the band, was fantastic. I'm glad they tried Eurovision, even though it did not work out. Great opener for that semi back then. In 16th place, Denmark 2007.
I'm your drama queen tonight.
I'm your drama queen tonight. I mean, epic! I loved DQ. I remember meeting her in 2014. I think she was hosting the karaoke night at Euro Club. Good times. It was so over the top, and I get it that this song may have not had the mass appeal needed to really do well at Eurovision, but I enjoyed it anyway. If we had two semis back then, who knows what would have happened. I think this would have had a decent shot at qualifying. It wasn't that far off, but oh well. No need to cry over spilled milk, right? In 15th place, it's Israel 2012. The televoters, they didn't get this one for some reason. I thought it was a quirky song and just a really, really solid effort from Israel, if you ask me. The juries did their part, putting it pretty high in their ranking, but it just wasn't enough in the end. Thank you, televoters, for nothing. It's funny because I haven't listened to the song in quite some time, so I just recently rediscovered this song and I fell in love with it once again. Good job, Israel. Who cares about the results, right? In 14th place, Croatia 2018. Man, Sema won this year. It just was not cool. It just was not right. I knew that Croatia probably never stood a chance in the first place, but dang, I thought it was a classy song with a classy performance, a classy singer. Everything about it was just classy. And yes, I remember a lot of people saying, this song is so boring, but I just don't see how this is boring. I thought it was just very well executed. Big fan of Franka, big fan of Crazy, and this will stay on my playlist for years to come. Number 13, Finland 2017. I mean, 99% of Eurovision fans were shocked when this one didn't qualify, right? Almost everyone was like, what just happened? Even those who didn't care for the song were like, huh? It was such a big surprise and disappointment. So good. It puts you in this very interesting mood, and maybe it just wasn't the right mood for Eurovision, and that's why it flopped, although I expected a little bit more result-wise, especially from the juries. Norma, John, they are a great duo, fantastic artists, and they will continue to do great music, I'm sure of it, and I just love this one. In 12th place, 2012, the Netherlands. Look, I love the studio version, I really love it, but I was not surprised when it didn't qualify. I saw that coming from a mile away, because his performance, her live vocals, and just the staging, it was just not good. She didn't deliver, Franka didn't deliver on night when it counted the most, both in the jury show and the actual live show. The song just gives me this nostalgic vibe with a sweet message, a pretty melody, just the kind of song that I really, really dig. One of my favorites from that year, at least pre-performance. Oh well. In 11th place, San Marino 2013. Justice for Valentina! Well, she kinda got justice the next year, but you get my point. Oh, I loved that song so much back then. What a bummer. I actually was in the green room that night. It was a separate building, and we were sitting right behind Team San Marino, and we had to leave right after the results because everyone just felt so deflated in that side of the room. It was very depressing. I remember that. As said, Valentina did qualify the following year, so it's all good maybe, but this is by far my favorite song from Queen Valentina, especially the jazz version. Check it out on ESC United, it was so good. Yeah, love you Valentina, love you long time. In 10th place, entering the top 10, in 10th place, Belgium 2006. I still listen to this. Yes, the staging performance was maybe a bit much and didn't come across well on TV. But it's such a great song in studio and a fun dance song. I always love to dance to this one. One of the biggest non-qualifier shockers up to that point. I remember everyone was just going, what? Everyone was convinced that this one would just fly through, and it didn't. But I remember those days when we only had one semifinal. It sucked. Number 9. Iceland 2016. To me, Greta's song and performance, it was superb. and maybe the spark was missing there. I'm not sure what happened. I'm still not sure what caused this song to flop with both the juries and the televoters, so I don't know. To me, Greta is such a talented artist, and she's going to do her thing anyway. She doesn't necessarily need Eurovision. She's been doing a lot of stuff. But this was definitely the biggest shocker of the year for me. So, Greta, you're great. The song was great. Everything is great. In 8th place, it's FYR Macedonia 2018. To me, the best Macedonian entry ever! And yes, the staging and everything just didn't work in the end. Once again, the spark was missing here. But it's such a sleek and fun composition. Out-of-the-box approach by IQ. It was different and daring and just so good. I hope Macedonia will continue with what they're doing. Yes, it's not showing in the results, right? But at least they're sending song quality. That is what I think is the most important thing, and eventually things will click, the song and the staging, and it'll come across. So don't give up, Macedonia, just yet. You had a fantastic song and you deserve so much more. Number 7, Slovenia 2005. Man, Omar's first attempt at Eurovision was really good. If we had 2 semis back then, he would have gone through easily. I mean, he was so close already to qualification, just barely missed it. Man. Like the operatic part by the backup vocalist, this is so good at the end, and just the whole song progression was a little different. I was so into that song. Oh man, those were the early days of the semifinals, and we had so many casualties already back then. So man. Number 6. It's gotta be on there. Montenegro 2013. The juries got it wrong here, absolutely. Just interesting staging and just a really good song. The female vocalist's voice is just too good to be true. I mean, I thought at first that she was actually lip syncing. That's how on spot her vocals were. I mean, that is impressive. One of the biggest injustices to this date, and I'm still mad about it. In 5th place, it's Switzerland 2018. You know what, Switzerland was just in the wrong semi this year. Zips probably would have qualified easily if they were in semi-final 2. Now, a song with a message, and I thought it was catchy, and it's strange to me that a lot of people didn't feel that way. A lot of people were saying it's boring, it doesn't have a hook. I thought it just immediately clicked with me. And the dude gave it their all, and they should be very proud of their performance. I thought it was great. And this year was just so tough, man. This was definitely a bummer. I wasn't expecting them to qualify. I thought they could squeeze through just barely, but it just wasn't enough. Oh well. In 4th place, getting closer, it's the Netherlands, 2005. Oh, those good old American ballads. You gotta love it. Well, at least I do. Technically I still am in love with Glennis Grace's song. Her voice, fantastic. I thought she had the great stage presence, and everything just felt right. And I was like, yeah, it feels good, except for the score. Not fair. I mean, we were still getting used to the semi-final thing back then, and it was just a WTF moment. What just happened? This was, yeah, a very disappointing outcome to me, and oh well, and oh well. Moving on, my top 3, it's getting tougher. You may not agree, but anyway, let's talk about this. In 3rd place, it's Georgia 2018. Georgia finished last in the semi-final 2. Yes, last. And I love this song to pieces. I guess it just didn't come across well on camera, on stage, and the song maybe was too far out there. It's just too nichey, that is a word. But I applaud Iriau for putting forward something so unique And even though it didn't work at Eurovision, you won me over and hopefully thousands of other fans. I don't think I'm the only one, at least I hope I'm not. And I genuinely mean it. Thank you for this pearl. I love, love, love the song. It's getting tougher and tougher. In second place, to me, keep that in mind, it's Estonia 2017. Along with Salvador Sobral, this was my favorite song of 2017. And it failed to qualify. Screw you, juries. Seriously, I love the song. I get it, the staging in Kiev, it just didn't work out, right? The camera angled, it was just messy, and the stage presence was off. I'm not just talking about like the chemistry that a lot of people criticize, but it was a lot more like the facial expression amongst other things. So it just wasn't quite working. But I love the song, and it'll always be special to me. I'm still pissed, and it would have qualified if it was up to the televoters, but oh well. I'm sorry, Estonia, you deserved so much more. Meh! Free Starbucks commercial. And number one, the biggest injustice when it comes to non-qualifiers in the semifinals. And you may disagree, and you're gonna be mad if your favorites aren't in here. This is just my opinion. Let's talk about this. But my number one, the song that should have qualified, is Finland 2010. I still haven't recovered from this one. I mean, what's wrong with you juries? What? Seriously, what a fantastic song. It was in Finnish. It was the last time Finland had something daring and different, and it's just one of my all-time favorite Finnish entries. No fireworks, no craziness, a cute song that feels authentic and uplifting. It just captures the spirit of Eurovision for me. And this should have been in the finals, in the top 10, and possibly even higher. I'm just saying, I'm mad as hell. There you have it. My top 20 of songs that should have qualified, and I'm still not happy about it. Keep in mind that it's just my opinion. There are other songs that should have qualified as well. There were so many good songs. We'll always have them anyway. It's not like they're gonna go away. You're not allowed to listen to them again. Results only mean so much, right? But I would like to hear from you. Do you agree with some of mine? Or who did I miss? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Hit that like button if you don't mind. That helps us. Even if you don't agree with my opinion, it always helps. Follow us on social media. And if you want to become a patron and support us for our upcoming trip to Israel, become a patron on Patreon. The link is in the description box. Until then, I'll see you all soon. Our next video is coming up. So have a good day, everyone.